Building the world's largest replica of Denver Airport might not be as easy as you think. I have been working on Project Den for a little over 5 years now. Recent additions to the airport include taxiway and runway lights, light poles for the terminals, new jetways, and so much more. With all of that aside, let's get into the largest Denver model airport update in the world. Starting off at the Frontier Airlines ground gates, we have this Frontier Airbus A320, which is loading on all of the passengers and getting ready for the departure flight out to Cleveland. Stick around until the end of the video to find out how you can win one of these Frontier Airbus A320 Neos for free. Next to Griswold the Bear, we have this Frontier Airbus A320 Neo in the Colorado the Bighorn Sheep livery, getting ready to push back for the flight out to Fort Myers, Florida. Next to that, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A220-100, which is offloading all of the passengers as it just arrived in from Seattle, Washington about 10 minutes ago. Next to that, we have another Delta aircraft. This is the Delta Airbus A319, who is loading on the cleaning crew and preparing the aircraft to depart in about 40 minutes time for the flight out to Los Angeles, California. Alaska Airlines previously had a single gate at the C concourse, and they now occupy 2 gates at the A concourse. So without further ado, we have this Alaska 737 MAX 9 in the West Coast livery, making the departure flight out to Anchorage, Alaska, which is a new route for Alaska Airlines. Next to that, we have the More to Love Alaska 737-900ER, which is getting catered for the flight out to Portland, Oregon. It is worth noting Alaska has expanded its operations at Denver quite a bit. They previously only operated flights to Seattle, but they now fly to San Diego, California, Portland, Oregon, and Anchorage, Alaska. United Airlines now owns practically the entire A West concourse and operates a lot of their international flights out of there. So moving on to A West, we have this United Airlines 737 MAX 9 pulling into the gate from Baltimore. Moving on to the next gate, which is Alpha 34, we have this United Airlines 737 MAX 8 in the Being United livery, who is arriving in from Spokane, Washington. Moving on to our next gate, Alpha 32, we have this United 737-900ER in the Eco Skies livery, which is getting ready to push back for the flight out to Tampa. As far as I can tell, all of the United Airlines aircrafts that operate on this side of the A concourse are all Boeing aircrafts. I think United tends to send their Airbus aircrafts over to the B concourse. So lastly, for this side of the A concourse, we have the United 737-800 Star Alliance livery heading out to Myrtle Beach, which is a seasonal route. Really quick, I want to thank all of you guys so much for watching and supporting my videos. You guys are the main reason I am able to make videos like this. With that being said, I am training to be an airline pilot, and it is very, very expensive. If you'd like to support me more than you guys already do, I have a discount code with JH Wings Model Store, and if you enter code MileHigh Aviation at checkout, you get a discount on your entire cart, and a small portion of it comes back to me. Additionally, if you're looking for some more perks, you can become a member of my YouTube channel, and it offers a ton of perks such as shoutouts in every single video and a private group chat where we can connect on a first name basis. If you're interested in that, just click on the join button for more information. Thank you. Flipping over to the other side of the concourse, we have the United 787-9 Dreamliner loading on the passengers and crew for the departure flight out to Frankfurt, Germany. Next door to him, we have another United 787-9 Dreamliner. This time it is in the new livery and doing the departure flight out to Tokyo in about 45 minutes. Pulling into the gate, we have this British Airways Airbus A350-1000 arriving in from London Heathrow. Next to that, we have the beautiful Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery, who's arriving in from Cancun. Southwest does all of their international flights out of the A concourse, even though they primarily use the C concourse. It is also worth noting some other cool liveries Southwest has come out with. Besides Freedom 1, there is also Liberty 1 and Independence 1. Flipping over to the other side of the concourse, we have this Lufthansa Airbus A380 who just arrived in from Munich and is getting catered and all of the baggage loaded off for the flight back out to Munich, Germany. Lufthansa recently brought back the Airbus A380 on July 1st, and they will be operating flights to Munich, Germany until September 27th, 2026 on the Airbus A380, and then it'll probably go back to the Airbus A350. Moving on to the next gate, we have this Turkish Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner, which will be departing for the 11-hour and 45-minute flight to Istanbul, Turkey. Arriving into the gate, we have this Aeromexico 787-9 Dreamliner. What did he say? So I meant a 737 MAX 9, and this is in the Kukulkan livery, and it just arrived in from Mexico City. Moving back to the Delta gates, we have this Delta 737-900ER getting ready for the flight out to Detroit. Next to him, we have another Delta. This is the Delta Airbus A321neo in the 100 years livery, a absolutely stunning livery, and it just arrived in from New York LaGuardia and is offloading the passengers. Back to the Frontier Airlines ground gates, we have this Frontier Airbus A320neo in the Champ the Bronco livery, pulling into the gate from Fayetteville, Arkansas. And finally, for the Frontier ground gates, we have the Frontier Airbus A321 in the Bobcat tail, loading on all the passengers who are dying in the extreme heat because it is 104 in Denver today.
And I've decided that I want to die.
For the flight out to Nashville. Just taxiing between the A and B concourse, we have this United 737-900ER arriving in from Pittsburgh and getting ready to pull into the gate. On the opposite taxiway, taxiing to the active runway, we have this United Airbus A321neo getting ready to head out to Chicago O'Hare. Next up, we'll be moving on to the B concourse, which is solely owned and operated by United Airlines. Starting off with the nearly 600 departures that United has daily, we have this United 757-200 heading out to Lihue, Kauai. Next to him, we have another United aircraft. This is the 737-800, and they just connected the pushback tug to push the aircraft back for the departure flight out to Austin, Texas. At the wide-body gate, we have this United 767-300ER departing for the flight out to Houston. We don't usually get these 767-300. It's very, very rare to get at Denver, but I wanted to include this aircraft regardless. On the other side of the terminal, we have this United Airlines 777-200 in the beautiful Star Alliance livery, doing the twice daily flight out to Honolulu, Hawaii. Next to that, we have another United 777-200 loading on the passengers and getting catered for the flight out to Kona. United Airlines is currently using the 757-200 for the flights to Kona, but previously they used the 777 for quite a while. Next up, we have another United. Obviously, there's going to be another United aircraft at the United-owned concourse. Anyways, this Airbus A320 in the Stars and Bars livery just arrived in from Seattle. Pulling into the gate, we have this United 737 MAX 9 in the new livery, arriving in from Idaho Falls. Moving on to the regional aircrafts, we have this United Express E170, which, believe it or not, is kind of rare at Denver. We usually only get the 175 and not the E170, but he just arrived in from Monterey about 30 minutes ago. At the official regional gates, we have the United Express CRJ 700 getting fueled up for the flight out to Williston. Next up in Bravo 82, we have the United Express CRJ 200 getting ready for the flight out to Durango, Colorado, which is about a 40-minute flight. Next up, we have another United Express CRJ-200, but this time this aircraft just arrived in from Colorado Springs, which is one of United Airlines' shortest flights. It's usually upwards of about 20 minutes long. And after that, we have another United Express CRJ-200.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
This aircraft just arrived in from Pierre and is getting fueled up for the flight back out there. Just taxiing to the new B East gates, we have this United E-175 who just arrived in from Aspen, Colorado. Another very short flight, about 25 to 30 minutes total. Starting us off at B East, we have another United Express. This is a E-175 operated by SkyWest, heading out to Huntsville, Alabama. And you guessed it, another United Express E-175 at the gate, and it just arrived in from Gunnison, Colorado, which is about a 40-minute flight. I really wanted to include all of the Colorado flights because I'm very biased as I live in Colorado. Another rare bird to get at Denver, this is the Republic Airways Embraer E-170 heading out to Bozeman, Montana. Following that, at gate Bravo 67, we have this United Express CRJ-700 who just arrived in from Santa Fe and is getting the baggage loaded off. Next in, we have a SkyWest CRJ-700 operating under United Express for the flight out to Sioux Falls. Lastly, for the regional gates, we have the United Express E-175 loading on the baggage for the flight out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pushing back out of the gate, we have a United Airbus A319 doing the departure flight out to Austin, Texas. Next door to him, we have a United 737 MAX 8 who is offloading the baggage as well as the passengers as it just pulled into the gate from Phoenix, Arizona. If you couldn't tell already, I really like the 757 and I threw in all of the United 757s that I have. But this aircraft just arrived in from Houston, Texas. Following that, on the other side of the terminal at Bravo 37, we have a United Airbus A320 doing the departure flight out to Boise, Idaho. This is actually one of my favorite special liveries. It's just so clean and it can't be beaten. But here we have a United 737-900 in the Continental Retro livery, getting ready to begin its pushback for the flight out to San Diego. And lastly, at the B concourse, we have a 737-800 who just arrived in from Billings, Montana. Moving on to the C gates, and more specifically the hard stands at the end of the C gates, we have this Contour Airlines Embraer E-145 who just arrived in from Moab. If you are not familiar with Contour Airlines and how they work, it's very similar to JSX, which is another Part 135 operator, which means they are an airline, but not quite like United Airlines. And basically you just book your flights normally through them, and it's just a more small scale operation. Next door to that, we have the Air Wisconsin CRJ-200. This is a charter flight and will be heading out to Long Beach, California. Beginning at the Southwest gates, we have a Southwest 737-700 in the Missouri 1 livery, heading out to Bozeman. Next door to him, pushing back out of the gate, we have a 737-800 who's heading out to San Jose, California. Next up, we have one of my absolute favorite Southwest Airlines liveries, which is the Amua 1 livery, 737 MAX 8. It is offloading all of the baggage and the passengers and the crew as it just arrived in from San Diego. Next door to that, we have another 737-800, 737 MAX 8, who just arrived in from Omaha and is getting catered for the flight back out there. Next up, we have a United... It's been a long day of flying. We have a Southwest 737-800 in the New Mexico 1 livery, arriving in from Nashville. Following that, we have a Southwest 737-700 who is loading on the passengers for the flight out to Dallas. I think Gemini Jets, which is the model manufacturer of this aircraft, absolutely rocked it out of the park with this particular model. It is very detailed, and their 737-700 mold used to be really good. American Airlines owns 5 gates at the C concourse now, and they previously moved from the A gates. But here we have a 737-800 in the One World livery heading out to Miami. After that, we have a American Airbus A319 with Air Canada stairs for some reason, but it just arrived in from Charlotte, North Carolina. After that, we have the beautiful American 737 MAX 8. As you can see, the push bag tug has been connected and it'll be heading out to Dallas. Back to Southwest, we have the 737-800 in the Illinois 1 paint scheme, who just arrived in from Palm Springs and will be heading back out there. On a normal day, you will not see this many special liveries, but I have seen multiple at the same time at Denver since it is one of their largest hubs. On the other side of the concourse, we have another Southwest 737-800 in the split scimitar winglets, offloading the baggage and passengers from Jacksonville, Florida. Next to that, we have a Southwest 737 MAX 8, which you haven't seen yet, and it is loading on all of the passengers and is also getting catered for the flight out to Orange County, which is a flight I'll be taking on United's MAX 8 in October. In Charlie 41, we have another Gemini Jets. This is the 737-700 for Southwest, heading out to Reno, Tahoe. After that, we have the 737-700 split scimitar winglets. I'm not a huge fan of this model. I think the mold itself is very good, but I think the paint doesn't quite match Southwest livery. But enough of my rant. This 737 just came in from San Francisco. And the last gate on the C concourse is another 737-700 who just arrived in from Detroit. Now for the taxiing and the runway aircrafts, we have the United 757-300. Like I told you, I threw in all my 757s, who just arrived in from Chicago. And as you can see, the new taxiway and runway lights are turned on and in use. And if you didn't check out that video on how I built all that, I highly recommend it on my channel. I hardly ever get to include all of my cargo aircraft since I do not have an official cargo center, but this FedEx MD-11F just arrived in from Memphis and is making the long taxi back to the cargo section. Holding short on runway 34 right, we have the beautiful Aer Lingus Airbus A330-300, and he's getting ready for the departure flight out to Dublin. Aer Lingus initially did their inaugural flight from Dublin all the way over to Denver back on May 17th, 2024. Unfortunately, beginning September 28th, 2026, Aer Lingus will no longer be at Denver Airport. Just moments from touchdown on runway 34 right, we have the United 777-200 in the old paint scheme arriving in from Honolulu. I am running a giveaway on my Instagram, MileHigh_Aviation, to give away a Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo by Legacy Jets. If you'd like to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and then check out my Instagram, and it has all of the information on there. The giveaway ends August 12th. Thank you. That does conclude today's airport update. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as it is free and helps support me immensely. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.